When you were younger, you had no fears, no programming, no doubts, no nothing about what you could accomplish, about your dreams, about the type of relationships you were desiring, about the life you truly wanted to have and you knew you could have. When you got older, all of those things silently disappeared because as a child, in our most earliest years, we are being programmed and imposed fears by the people around us. And today's video is going to be about why healing is your answer to getting out of this conditioning. Because without getting out of this conditioning, you won't be able to get back to your true inner child's rooted core identity of what you've always wanted. Because you have been taught things that you never taught from others. You've been influenced, and it's normal because even nowadays we always get influenced, but because with the things we see online, with the people around us, what we hear, ideas discussed, and it's normal. I mean, it's part of life. But the goal in life is to get so rooted in your own identity that no one's ideas, no one's thoughts can make you doubt yourself or influence your identity. And one of the biggest impact of your identity and how you can get in alignment with it is healing your inner child's biggest fears, biggest doubts, what they haven't let it go of, because it's carrying on your shoulders, it's carrying in your relationships, it's carrying in your life, and you probably don't even see it. But that is why there is a lot of relationships that are repeating itself. There is certain patterns that you repeat because you deep down don't believe you're worthy of love, so you're gonna self-sabotage in your relationships. You might have a wound of rejection. One that started my healing journey 3 years ago, I promise you that if I hadn't gotten through that journey, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that is why my channel is there, to inspire you to reclaim your inner power that you've been taken of because of how you grew up, of what you've been through, of what you've experienced. So if this is something that interests you, stick with this video. So what I want to talk about first is that as a child, we had no fears, we had no doubts, we believed in ourselves like anything else. That's why you see children, and it's even impressive how they have so much no doubt, they have so much belief in themselves. Because as you grow up, we are told what to do, we are not told to be who we are, so we tend to forget and to put away what we truly want, what we truly desire, and go along with the society and what we're told to do and to have and to experience. And so that's the number one thing you have to understand, is that your identity right now is probably programmed from a lot of traumas, conditioning, doubts from what you went through, and you're maybe in survival mode and you're not truly in alignment with who you want to be. Healing is the most beautiful gift you can give yourself because it is choosing to bring yourself what you have always had within yourself, but you've been taken away. It's deciding to take care of yourself, to take care of the responsibility and the actions of what other people did to you, but choosing to do it because you know this is where it's gonna get you to where you want to be and where you need to be. And this is what builds strength and resilience, is the fact that you are choosing to do the hard work to get to where you truly always needed to be. Because if not, you get stuck by actions, by decisions, by patterns that other people imposed onto you, by beliefs that other people have posed onto you. And taking responsibility means deprogramming what you've been taught to think about yourself. I'm gonna give an example. If you haven't had a father around, a mother around, your subconscious is gonna naturally believe that you are unlovable, that you are unworthy. Because your parents didn't told you, I left because I'm not responsible, because I'm scared, because I have my own traumas, because all of the reasons of why they did what they did. Your subconscious needs answers towards what they have went through. So it's gonna make up answers. Your subconscious is gonna find answers on its own, especially when it hasn't been given the answers from the parents, from the people that have hurted them and that have done this action towards themselves. And also, it is crucial for the development of a child to have one of their parents there. So if a parent isn't there in the early stages of a child, his subconscious is going to realize and look around him all of the families that are normal, and is going to believe that he's not worthy, that he's not lovable. But what's the reality that you realize when you heal is that it hurts, you're going to probably cry, but it was never about you. You get to change your perception about things that your subconscious believed about themselves, because you weren't there to bring them the consciousness, to bring them the reality of why you have went through that, and why it was never about you, but about your own parents, about their own lack of actions and good decisions. It is not your fault what you have went through, and it was never about how worthy you are, how lovable you are. It has everything to do with projections and perceptions of other people and what they themselves believed about themselves, what they haven't healed, what they haven't changed. So you have to understand that you are responsible of your inner child, has been imposed all of those traumas and never healing them, never understanding them. It can be scary to understand that, yo, I'm in control of my life and I'm the reason why my life is shit, why I do certain patterns, why I self-sabotage myself. But if you have the ability to make bad decisions, you have the ability to make good decisions. And it's not going to be linear, you're not going to be perfect. But every time you do a pattern and you bring consciousness, is your ability to understand and to put pause and be like, okay, no, I don't want to continue, because you see that you're in control of what you're doing. You have to take responsibility for your inner child. You have to understand that if you're not going to be there for them, no one is going to take off the responsibility of what they have unto themselves, what they believe unto themselves, and how it's even showing up in their life. You probably don't have the good relationships, the good friendships, the good relationship towards yourself, and you probably don't treat yourself well because of your traumas, because of your conditioning. So who's gonna take care of you? And I know it's hard, because I personally, for me, I always thought I would be saved by someone. But the person that is coming to save you is you, and that is a beautiful thing, because you get to decide what you accept, what you want to change, what you want to learn. And imagine the fact that you get to heal, you get to re-experience your own identity for once again, understanding yourself to the deep level. And after, in a few years, you're gonna end up waking up one day with your dream life, believing in yourself, and not being influenced by what other people think about you, because you would have been there since day one. Since day one program, so since day one getting back to your inner child and who they always were. And of course, we're always changing as humans. But healing is genuinely the most beautiful thing I have done for myself, and I will never stop talking about it, because I want more people to realize the inner power they have within themselves. Because I understand that it's hard to acknowledge you're not perfect, you are in control of your own patterns, but over time, repetition is gonna make you change, is gonna make you implement the good patterns instead. And it's not linear, it's a journey, but it's a beautiful journey that you discover yourself every single day, new things, and you get to level up, you improve yourself, and you get a type of improvement that not a lot of people get, because you take responsibility of your own self. Even when you make mistakes, you don't just sit around and be like, oh no, it's okay, I'm not gonna do my best. No, you decide to always do your best. And most people nowadays are never capable of acknowledging their own mistakes, but healing gets you that too. it gets you to be so responsible of yourself that I promise you, your mindset is going to be a superpower, because you're always going to be super aware of how you're moving through life, of how you're talking to people, of what you're doing. And most people aren't even capable of apologizing. Personally, my healing journey have made me so aware of myself that it's a curse, but it's a blessing at the same time, because I accept no bullshit from myself, but no bullshit from other people as well. And I have the type of responsibility that most people lack and will never have. And I think it's a beautiful thing, because that's what gets me further in life. That's what gets me moving in life. And that's what gets me to always never settling and always doing my best, making my best, and not accepting anything less. And that is the beauty of healing. I'm telling you guys, it's not just understanding your patterns and crying. It's not about that. It's the resilience you build, the strength you build, the responsibility you build, and the accountability towards yourself and your own life. The importance of healing is that you decide to take back control your own life and to not let other people control it for you. Because if you don't heal, you let the imposed fears, conditioning, traumas about what hurted you, that what other people did to you, control your life. Because without consciousness and without awareness, you won't be able to reprogram what you believe about yourself. Because if your daddy left, if your father was never there, and you never really understand how it affected you, not just, oh yeah, it affected me, but deep down, how is it showing up in your relationship? What is it making you think about yourself? Go look at all the side effects of not having a father around or a mother around. I promise you, you're gonna see it's all you. Most of the things, it's gonna be all about you. And the thing is that the awareness gets you to understanding, I'm not insecure. I'm not confident. I don't not believe in myself. It comes from the fact that my father's absence has disturbed me and hurted me so much that this has affected me so much deep down. But what does it mean? What am I in control now? First, understanding. Is it my fault this person left? Is it my fault? It is not my fault. It's the other person, lack of responsibility, lack of taking care of someone. It has nothing to do with you. And after, it doesn't have to be complicated. You have to do shadow work. You have to understand how it's showing up in your relationships, how you're self-sabotaging in your relationships. You're gonna make mistakes, but you have to bring consciousness and awareness towards your own life. And one of the best tools I recommend is shadow work. Because shadow work, not just for daddy issues, but for mommy issues, for self-sabotaging, for being rejected or bullied, there are gonna be questions tied directly to how it affected you. And when you recognize how it affected you, you have the ability to stop letting it control you. And that's the beauty of healing. You stop letting what happened to you control you over and over again. Not just within yourself, how you hate yourself, but within your relationships, within how you don't show up for yourself, you don't defend yourself, and you don't love yourself. And healing is the most beautiful gift I have given myself, and that I want you guys to give yourself. It has made me believe in myself. It has made me more emotionally intelligent, because even the people that hurted me, I have compassion and love for them. Why? Because they're just hurted little inner childs that haven't healed what they have went through. And that doesn't mean I accept what they have done to me. That doesn't mean I even want them in my life. But I'm never gonna hate on them, because hating on them is not gonna bring me anything. I want peace for myself. I want to bring myself peace and love and nurturing and caring. And that is what healing gets you, and that is why I want you to guys understand how powerful it is. You bring back your self-love, you end up loving yourself. Do you imagine the self-love you create by healing? You go through the worst moments, the worst understandings of what you have went through, and you're letting go of all of the emotions that it's been carrying onto you, and you decide over time and always to try your best, to do your best, and to choose the best things for yourself, even when all of this could have made you not have the dream life, the dream relationships, the dream situations. Healing is a amazing, and please don't let your ego get into this and make you believe that you have to be perfect, because by thinking you're gonna be perfect, you're never gonna get any further in life. And if you don't want to bring awareness towards yourself, it's worse. It's even worse than bringing, like, you're not gonna get any further if you don't bring awareness and you don't understand you're doing shitty patterns, shitty behavior. You have to take accountability and responsibility, and that, I promise you, one day you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be so proud of yourself. I'm gonna be proud of yourself. We're all gonna celebrate. And the thing is that your inner child wants to be cared for. Like, they want to understand what happened to them. And if you don't give them that, they're gonna suffer all their life, being controlled by something they never chose. And we don't want that. So thank you so much, my angels. Okay, please make yourself this gift, because I believe in you. If no one told you, you have the power to do everything. Okay, you have the power to do everything, to love yourself, to have good friends that love you. Don't ever think that your reality right now is what only you deserve. You deserve more and more and more and more, always and always and always. Coming from someone that's been bullied, that's been rejected, that has been through the worst, and now I have my dream life. And the yet is yet to come. So please, I believe in you, my angels. If you want to show up, show how you're gonna show up for yourself, you can leave it in the comments. And if you want to like and subscribe, I would also love it, because it would help my community and get more people in touch with us. And yeah, I love you so much, my angels, and I hope you're all gonna have an amazing day.